You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Chris Voss here from the Chris Voss Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Iron Lady sings that makes it official. Welcome to the big show. As always, the Chris Voss Show is the family that loves you, doesn't judge you, at least not as harshly as the rest of the world. Today, we've got an amazing young lady on the show. We're going to be talking about her wonderful children's book. But in the meantime, I need you to go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Facebook.com/Chris Voss, and YouTube.com/Chris Voss. See us all over the internet and for your friends, families, and relatives.
Opinions expressed by guests on the podcast are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the host or the Chris Voss Show. Some guests of the show may be advertising on the podcast, but it is not an endorsement or review of any kind. Today's featured author comes to us from bookstolifemarketing.co.uk. With expert publishing to strategic marketing, they help authors reach their audience and maximize their book's success.
Today, we have an amazing young lady on the show. She's the author of the book called Bushy Tail, The Curious Squirrel, out June 10th. 2022. Welcome to the show. Florence Bullis, how are you?
I'm doing well. Just wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to have you as well on the show and give us a lowdown on everything you do there. Now, you were going through lots of different issues with emotional trauma in your childhood, postpartum depression, when your boys were very young, et cetera, and different things, and some different things that happened to you there, I guess. Give us .coms. Where do you want people to find you on the interwebs?
Well, I'm working on a website, and I thought we had it all together, but it's just needs something more to happen. So, and it was originally to be called Purposely Curious. .com. That name may have to change. I don't. I have to get my grandson expert here.
Okay, sounds right. Sounds good then. So give us a 30,000 overview of what's inside your new book.
We have to have a backstory, a little bit of a backstory. I was acquainted with camping and travel trailers because my dad was in the service. When I was 7 years old, he said to Mom, after boot camp, come and bring a trailer with you because there's no place to live, but I want you here with me. So Mom and her, she was 5'10" tall, and she had a 42 Chevrolet, and what they called a custom-built trailer, 16-foot.
Wow.
First experience she'd ever had in doing something like this. And she and Grandma and Grandma's brother's friend and I on our way to Georgia in this travel trailer. And so this was not unfamiliar to me to be in a type of vehicle like that. On the way, something was passing Mom, and she thought, what darn fool? And it was our trailer. He come unhitched. And not only did it pass us on the left, it came in front of us, went over to the right, and went up a little knoll and went to a stop at the gas station safe.
Wow. That is wild.
We thought angels must have been in charge of that one.
Then maybe you guys are just driving too slow and that trailer had places to go, man. It was like, I'm out of here. I got things to do. You guys are holding me back. And, but that's pretty wild. Now, that story there, does that incorporate with the book?
No, not really. I did a separate story for my granddaughter.
Okay. That sounds like a storybook maybe in and of itself. The trailer that wouldn't stay hitched. I give you the title right there. The train. It could be like the train that couldn't say no or something. I don't know what the train was. But the trailer that couldn't stay hitched. And, he didn't like the people that are pulling his trailer. So he went in search of a new, better people to pull his trailer. I don't know what that means.
New mind of its own.
Mind of its own. Now, you've written several books I'm seeing here on Amazon. How many books do you have?
I have 6. Actually, one of them is out of print. I don't know what happened to that one, but I have 5 that are accessible. And yes, they are faith-based. And I fully believe they were inspired by experiences that I had with my family, and that it needed to be written down. I was a journaler, and I continually journaled all my experiences. And one of the reasons was when I was under treatment, my memory was affected for a time. And I wanted to be sure that I remembered the right things, the good things in life, and the things that I could share with my children again if they didn't remember them or didn't know about them. And remember that, John. God is very present in our lives.
Well, it's important to have these things going on in your life as well. Now, tell us about, this is your first children's book, right? This kind of breakaway from what you normally write about. You mentioned you write about religious, spiritual topics. Who is this bushy tail, the curious squirrel, and get us up to speed on this protagonist?
Well, my husband and I, we recovered from our health issues about 3 years later, and he wanted to go to South to live. So he achieved a job in Florida. Mm-hmm. And we sold our house in Erie, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And we bought a Conestoga-style camper. Mm-hmm. And knew because we bought a house in Florida, and we knew that we would have to wait 6 weeks to occupy the house. So that was our answer. So off to Florida, we went with the 2 older boys. They were with us, and we came to the camper. We came to the campground that had an orange grove on it as well. Mm-hmm. This one little squirrel just caught our attention. We didn't see any other squirrels, just this one squirrel. Yeah. Oh, maybe it was different squirrels and only one at a time. We don't know for sure. But he was bold and he was present, and he just wanted to know what was happening to his world.
Yeah. They're wonderful creatures, huh? The squirrels.
They're fascinating.
Yeah, they're pretty busybodies too, but they got to watch out for stuff. They got to try and eat. They got to watch out for hawks and other dangerous things, probably snakes or something out in their environment. Why did you choose him? Is it just something you always were enthralled with, or you thought it might make a great story? What was the reason you chose him?
Well, once again, I journaled after the experience on camping for so long. Mm-hmm. And I knew I just packed him away for decades. I knew somehow it was kind of my first effort of just pulling something all together as a book. And I enjoy nature, and I wanted to encourage my children to enjoy nature as well. So actually my oldest son loved to go snake hunting, and I was scared to death of snakes. Mm. But I didn't try to talk him out of it. I just prayed protection over him, and he didn't kill them or mistreat them or anything. But every so often he'd bring one home, and so we dealt with that.
And so you combine this with a little fiction and a bit of non-fiction in poetic form, from a squirrel's point of view, with humor and excitement. How hard was it to do that? Was it pretty easy to do, and designing the things? Like some authors have their characters talk to them and tell them, what they're up to, and they write it down. And some people have to create it from their own imagination. Tell us how your process there.
It just came. It flowed. It was that easy at times. And I do believe it's the spirit that prompts our own spirits to just kind of open up and lay it out for us.
Mm-hmm. What prompted you to publish it now, after you've been kind of known the story for a long time?
I'm sorry.
What prompted you to publish it now after, having the story in your head for so many years?
Well, after I published the other books and through some difficult times, even like my second husband was in a wheelchair, and I did the 3 books then. I think it was the illustrations. I didn't know who and how to go about the illustrations that pulled me back from working with Bushy. But I have a friend now, a partner in Georgia, and we frequently talk together, and she is an artist, and she did the illustrations for me.
And good to have an artist to help you out, huh?
Yes, really.
So the Bushy Tales, do you see a future of additional books, maybe a series on the Bushy Tales?
Just lately, just as I have been approached to share Bushy Tale on the podcast, it just kind of opened up more. And this more adventures will be a little more faith focused.
Oh, faith.
I seem to be able to open up the Sunday school class with Bushy Tail, and we have a little toy squirrel, and I should have probably got them out, and a hen puppets. So we were working on that to share with the congregation.
Hand puppet has a word. The hand puppet. So that would be really interesting. Video, movies. You can probably do an AI movie out of it too. So what do you hope people come away with when they read the book? And who's it? What age group is it targeted to?
I believe it's targeted to 3-year-olds to 8-year-olds. It seems to be within that comprehension. And I believe that they will hopefully begin to appreciate a little more nature. And if they don't go camping, that they can go on a nature walk with mom and dad or grandma and grandpa.
We talk about this a lot on the show. Parents reading to children, giving books to children to read, things that can develop their mind and their imagination, everything else. Do you want to plug some of the other books you have? You want to give us some of the titles that you have for that?
Yes. My first book, autobio, is Vision of Two Ships. And as I was recovering, and one aspect of recovery was a vision that I felt the Spirit had given to me. It was about a ship, finally a shipwreck and a recovery island kind of thing, waiting for a rescue. And I felt like it was like a secular introduction, perhaps, to the Book of Revelation, and something similar to that. And so I put that in poetic form. At least three of my books are elaborated. I have 2 versions of it.
Oh, wow. And when did you start writing? When did you first get interested in this?
As I said, I was journaling throughout my life. And when my second husband was in the wheelchair and we didn't have the opportunity to go places and do things, and it just seemed, timing-wise, it seemed like the time to get focused and get what was in my heart on paper, what was on my paper, on journals and paper too, and start see what came up.
And so now you've written all these books, and maybe this is a new thread to go on. Is there any future books that you currently have that you're working and all that sort of good stuff?
I feel I keep writing. I keep writing on my computer things that could become a book. Right now, it seems like I should focus on attempting to get these books out into the world.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to do the marketing part too. That's just one of those things. You got to do the marketing, got to do all that stuff. So yeah, that's one of the things. You can't just write a book and put it out. You got to do all the marketing stuff.
I'm a better writer than a speaker, and now I know I've got to be a speaker.
Yeah, most definitely. And so you're doing a lot of that. Do you do anything else? Do you do any coaching, consulting, anything along those lines?
Yes, as the Spirit of the Lord gives me opportunity to connect with people one-on-one. I attempt to encourage them with the scripture and with my experiences, and just the knowledge that good things can still happen in the midst of difficulties.
Yeah, why is it important to have that kind of hope where you believe in that sort of thing?
Oh, we stay in darkness where we can't hope for something that we can't trust that God's got it and there's something more, there's something better. This is all part of our testimony. We can move forward with that and it will turn out okay in the end.
Hope is the thing that, excels on this earth and makes everybody, want to strive forward and that things might get better. So that's always good to have as well. Why do you enjoy about writing? Do you use a process where maybe you write an hour a day or do different things that way?
Yes, there are periods of time, seasons that I'm ready to write and it flows, and then I set it aside. Sometimes I go back and add more to it. Sometimes I just share it as it is with my group, my prayer group and Bible study group, and I'm involved with 3 churches in not a heavy-duty geek way, but as we have opportunities to come together, I'm able to share these things and the thoughts that I feel are inspired by the Spirit.
It's good to have that. It's good to have that. So as we move along, what's some advice you give to other writers, any potential authors or current authors out there from your experience of writing the number of books you have?
Well, the important thing is we've got to set aside time to organize our thoughts, to plan out our chapters, even if we do more. We're going to plan, and to believe in yourself and stay with it. Know that you've got something to share with people that they may not have thought about or haven't remembered, that can get us over the difficult times in life, and know that we can move on.
Yeah, definitely. We can move on. There's always hope. Do you think that story comes through in the Bushy Tail book?
I'm not sure. I hope so, because when I finish the series, it will.
Now do you have a planned number of books that you're going to have in the series at all?
So far, they're short stories and adventures of Bushy Tail and Shadow, who is Bushy Tail's mate.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see. People love series. They love characters they can follow and all that good stuff. So, well, it's been interesting to have you on. Anything more you want to promote before we go out?
Well, I know that Welcome Holy Spirit is a very simple devotional booklet for, especially for Pentecost, between the season between Easter and Pentecost. And it is something that I didn't know anything about. Was raised in a mainline church. Knew very little about the Holy Spirit and the gifts of the Spirit. And this is a light introduction. It would even work for young adults as well as more mature adults. And I believe that this is something that could be very valuable at that time of the year.
It sounds like my dogs are having fun in the background there. So, all right. Well, thank you very much. Give us your .coms, your social media. Where do you want people to follow you up with you on the interwebs here?
I do have Facebook. As I said, we're working on the website, and that's about it at this point.
All right. When you get that website up, give us the link so we'll put it on the Chris Voss Show so everyone can find it when they click the link and order that. And folks, you can order it on Amazon, wherever books are sold. That's the easiest way to find it. That's called Bushy Tail, The Curious Squirrel, out June 10th, 2022 by Florence P. Bullis. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thank you for coming, Florence. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to our audience for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss1 on the TikTok and all those crazy places on the internet. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.
You'll be listening to the most amazing, intelligent podcast to improve your brain and your life. Or tell me too much of the Chris Voss Show podcast will lead to people thinking you're smarter, younger, irresistible, and human regularly moderate amounts. The first lead.